Greetings to all joining us for today's preview on behalf of Marshall's World of Sports and myself, Sheldon Peters. We'll be taking you through the Durbanville card today, Wednesday, the 7th of September. And what I've decided to do today is to earmark a few races where I'll give you my selections and run through a couple of the runners. So we won't go through the entire card, but I've elected to go with around about 5 races or so. And that's where we'll go from there. Let's kick off in race number 1. In the first race, we'll keep a close eye on the first timer, number 8, Majestic Queen. A daughter of Karari, opened up 20 to 1, shortened down 5 to 1, and the last price I saw was even shorter. So there has been a follow through with support in regard to the daughter of Karari, Majestic Queen. Looking at the stable comment from the yard, classy individual, may need a bit further. It's over 1,250 meters. Quine Orfa rides for the Nell stable out of a Duwali mare, Majestic Star. So it won't have to be anything special to make a winning debut. The fact that the money has come from 20 to 1 right down through 5 to 1, even shorter, suggests that this horse could be absolutely flying back home. The question mark is the distance. They said is looking for further. But first time at the track, if they're classy, they can certainly win over 1,250 meters. So healthy respect. Watch the market closer to race time. Watch her go down to the start, see if she's green or she's not too green. But the word is that she's classy, and when they're classy, they can come through first time out. And there has been significant support, so take note of that. Number 7, Gimmy's Lassie. Probably the horse they all have to beat of the exposed runners. Finished second in both heats to date. Second to Silver Screen and second to Silver Garbo. The form line of the last race has worked out well. And if number 8, Majestic Queen, just needs that run, then number 7, Gimmy's Lassie, will pick up the pieces. And number 6, I'll Slip Away. That'll be a horse that you also need to include for the exactas and the trifectas. Moving along to race number 2. Now, a very competitive race this, a graduation plate, where number 2, Baratheon, is the best weighted ahead of number 6, Lightspeed. And they seem to have the race to themselves on the weighted column. However, I believe number 2, Baratheon, is the horse that they all have to beat. If you look at this individual, I think they found the right race for this son of Jackson. Tops the speed ratings by a country mile. Course and distance, 1 run for a 4th, and has a win over the distance. And if you look at the course, 1 run for that 4th spot. So although only the one-time winner, which was at Kenilworth, I think this is a horse from a neat draw. They found the right race to get that 2nd win under the belt. Has run behind Universal, Pomp and Power in the past, and those are very decent individuals. In this lineup, I think could be a cut above the field. Number 6, Lightspeed, is the main danger. Won the Grade 3 Langerman, and on that occasion was over 1,500 meters. Won over 1,600 in the penultimate. Is looking for the hat trick and is on the upgrade. So, horse you've got to give healthy respect to. So, I think number 2, Baratheon, being a 4-year-old, I think might just have the edge on number 6, Lightspeed. And those will be the 2 horses in race number 2. In the third race, number 12, Release Me, will be my narrow first selection. And I say a narrow first selection because of the draw. Is drawn out deep, going around the country course, going around the turnover 1,250 meters. I think could be the each way value. Unfortunately, there's been no runners from that form line, so we can't gauge how strong the form line is, but that'll be my first selection. Number 4, Not in Doubt. In the penultimate run, Red Impact and Berenberg has come through to win. So the form line's looking good, and a good third last time behind King Mo. Neat draw from the Vaughan Marshall stable, a lot to like. And then, of course, number 5, Tough Terrain from the Justin Snaith stable. They're sending out a host of runners on the day. Much improved from the first to the second run, and has got the experience at the Durbanville circuit. So throw in number 5, Tough Terrain, in race number 3. Let's look to race number 5, and moving on to race number 5. Yeah, number 4, Enchanted Creek. Last one off an 82 handicap, carrying on that occasion 52 kilograms. Comes back to the same mark of 65. One last off a 65 and an 82 handicap. Came down to a 61 and then ran a third and a second. Was pushed up 4 points by the handicapper, and I'm just hoping that doesn't take its toll. So number 4, Enchanted Creek, will be the horse they all have to beat. And then numbers 3, Beneath the Moon, 5, Lovers a Rose, and number 6, Call It Fate. They'll be the horses to chase home. Then let's move on to race number 8 and 9. Those will be the final 2 races that we will concentrate on. And in race number 8, number 1, Different Face, I believe is the value horse. Still a one-time winner after the 16 runs to date. However, I believe she's ready to set the track alight. If you look at her form line, the penultimate run second to Sonic Burst. She's around about 4 kgs better off with Sonic Burst. And I just think from the one draw, 54 kilograms on the back, could be quite tough to beat and very attractive odds. Number 3, Sonic Burst, and number 5, they'll be the backup. And then moving on to race number 9. In the 9th race, number 3, On the Road Again. I believe this is the horse they all have to beat, despite still being a one-time winner. If you look at the last run in Port Elizabeth, was drawn 10 out of 12, 21.7400 to finish. Course and distance unbeaten. I think everything's in the right spot. A good draw, the right rating to see this individual get back into the number 1 box. So here's a horse that I think will go very close to winning number 3, On the Road Again, followed by number 1, Heathcliff, and number 2, Master of Africa. So that's a look at the Durbanville meeting for today. Best of luck, and hopefully you come out in the winner's queue with Marshall's World of Sport. Have a top day's racing.